Greetings and great afternoon. I'm wishing you, each and every one of you, a thankful Thursday. And thank you for joining us for today's Lunch and Learn, Utopia Global Wellness, and our United Healthcare Lunch and Learn. So I'm Naya Powell, the founder and CEO of Utopia Global Wellness, and excited to end this month of November, on a high note with the power of gratitude. Gratitude is a transformative practice, something we can practice for free every day for just a minute or two. And it has numerous and powerful transformative shifts that for our mindset, for our relationships, the way we show up at work, home, and life. And so I am so excited to engage in this conversation with you. Welcome. So some of you might be new to Utopia Global Wellness. Some of you may be members of the platform, and some of you may be members through our partnership with United Healthcare. So if you wouldn't mind, let us know where you're joining from. Put it in the chat. Let us know what company you work with. And if you're a member through, your individual membership, your company membership, or with United Healthcare, we'd love to know who is with us today. So I am going to go ahead and invite up one of our amazing wellness thought leaders, Priya Amaresh. Hi, Priya's joining us from Cary. I'm joining you from Durham, North Carolina today.
Hello, everyone.
Priya, do you want to say hello? Beautiful. So before we dive in, I thought it'd be great to do some quick intros. I've shared a little bit about me. I'll share a little bit more. I have over 15 years of experience in global talent acquisition, also being a founder. I'm a third generation entrepreneur. And one of the things that life has shown me is that if we don't take time for ourselves and our self-care and our well-being, that it will take us. And so this is really the reason why I created Utopia Global Wellness, working in fast-paced environments such as tech, supporting a lot of different industries and teams and departments, also a background in management consulting and executive coaching, and having the privilege to work with major company leaders like Red Hat, like Microsoft, like Capital One, like Korn Ferry, Intuit, so many. One of the things that I have experienced myself is a level of burnout, but I've also recognized that this is a constant theme throughout many professionals, and it's kind of become the way of life, unfortunately, in America. And so I recognize that 80 to 90% of stress and disease or death and disease is caused by stress. And so our platform, Utopia Global Wellness, allows us to make wellness accessible anytime, anywhere, with wonderful mental health coaching, classes like yoga, seated yoga, breath work, and wonderful workshops, bringing that into the workplace. So a little about me. I won't go into a whole lot, but I am excited to be here with you today. And I would love to give you an opportunity, Priya, to introduce yourself and just even how you got into the world of yoga and breath work. And we're just so happy to have you as a part of our thought leadership team.
Thank you, Naya. It's a pleasure to be here with you all. I am an advocate of yoga, and this has been my journey for the past 15 years or so. I am a teacher by profession and came into yoga via the need to get a little physically stronger, I thought. So I used to take a lot of yoga classes in the wellness centers and fitness centers. And I thought that was great because it was doing good for the body, but there's more to yoga. There is so much more. It is beyond the body. It is awareness to our mind and finding that sense of calmness and overcoming the many stresses and anxieties and all those mental weaknesses we tend to have, as Naya was mentioning, because of how we are overworked, how we are overwhelmed. Life just takes us over. So if we can take time for our own personal needs, physically, mentally, and spiritually, that is the practice of yoga. And so 15 years I've been practicing, had done my certification at a place called Yogaville in Virginia, which is a beautiful spiritual center. It was a full immersion of yoga, living, breathing, and experiencing yoga in its fullness. And this is where you just kind of let go, forget about all the day-to-day mundane activities we have to do and the things that we have to worry about, but just learning to be. And we learn that it doesn't take a lot of time to get into that space of calmness and quietness by practicing yoga. The ultimate goal in yoga, after we experience a lot of physical movement and understanding what the body's feeling like, we concentrate on the breath. Our breath goes where our mind goes. So if the mind is agitated and busy, the breath is a little short. And so we experiences the sensation of congestion and a little respiratory failure. Those kind of things happen when we are overly anxious and the mind is overwhelmed. So breath work is just acknowledging the inspiration and the expiration of the air. So we'll
Beautiful.
do maybe a few minutes practice later on today, but that
Yeah.
is a great way to just get started, is to focus on the breath.
Beautiful. Love it. So you can see you're in for a treat. And Priya is one of our instructors that teaches twice a week on our platform, live classes and on demand. So we do have wellness instructors that are bringing wellness practices from around the world. So I'm going to go ahead and start screen sharing. We're going to get into our agenda and what more you have in store for you today. So let me go ahead and screen share. Catherine is our producer behind the scenes. You can't see her, but I can see her. So I will ask Catherine that once I screen share, please let me know if you can see everything. There we go. All right. You can let me know via text. Thumbs up, because I can't see you right now. Can you see my screen okay? Wonderful. So, oh, you all please bear with me just one moment. I am going to stop screen sharing because I brought up the wrong deck. So I'm going to stop screen sharing. And give me just one moment. Okay. It's loading. It's loading. So while it's loading, one of the things that we've been talking about for the last 2 weeks is how gratitude shows up in our lives. And so I will say for me, it's the ultimate paradigm shift. And it allows me, it's the way I start my day. So when we talk about like practices of starting our day, the most successful people in life have a morning routine and ritual. So let us know what yours is. But mine is waking up before I look at my phone, before I tap into technology, before I'm looking at text messages or the news. I first invest in my own mental, spiritual, and emotional well being by starting with prayer, scripture, and gratitude journaling. So it is a powerful practice that sets the tone for the day, thinking really about how rich your life is and all that you do have versus all that we don't have. It is a choice and a shift in perspective. So, let's see here. I'm not screen sharing yet. So share with us, if you don't mind, while I get the right deck. Do you mind sharing with us, Priya, really how the practice of gratitude has really influenced your life?
Absolutely. You know, we really have to focus on the positive. Often we tend to focus on what we don't have. We think about what we're lacking, what we're missing out on, and we forget to appreciate all that we have. So if you just take, a few moments in the day to think, I'm so fortunate for a physically healthy body. And even if there's some ailments, there's other parts that are working and functioning well, an offering of thanks and gratitude to that aspect.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Relationships, the family, the friends that you have, if we can experience just that sense of who really helps and supports us and guides us, sending out a gratitude. Mental, gratitude to those people. Even if it's just thinking positive thoughts, we will feel that elevation of energy. So gratitude, whether you're expressing it through your words, your actions by going out and doing some kind of good service, or just thinking good thoughts, that will help elevate that utopia that Naya is often talking about. So elevating our utopia, elevating positivity with gratitude, just reminding yourself of how abundant of a life we have.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You said it best. You did say it best. All right. So, as we get ready to dive on in here, I will go back to screen sharing once again. And it's funny when you like go through so many steps to make sure you have everything up and ready to go, and then some kind of way the wrong deck comes up. But that's life, isn't it? That is life. So give me just a second here. And I will share that through our 15 days of Utopia, Gratitude, and Abundance, we've been having some really powerful and rich discussions around gratitude that I'm extremely grateful for. Just really, even those that have engaged, participated, and how they've shown up and brought a sense of gratitude to who we are as Utopia, who we are as a community, and sharing how gratitude is showing up in their day every single life, in their life every single day. So some of the ways in which gratitude shows up for us includes increasing our immunity. It also includes increasing our social relationships, our work relationships. We cannot be an effective leader without expressing gratitude. And so that is something that is extremely important as well. In addition to that, it also helps our mental health. It increases and elevates our mental health and well being. And so, why don't we go ahead and dive into the power of gratitude? So, I'm going to go ahead and screen share once again. Alrighty. Here we go. All right. Let me know if you can see our screen. All right. So gratitude opens the door for more relationships, more meaningful relationships. As I shared, gratitude improves our psychological health and well being. Gratitude enhances our empathy. It also reduces aggression. Gratitude also helps us to sleep better and easier. It also improves our self esteem. In addition to improving our self esteem, it increases our mental health and strength. And it increases our empathy, which also we know is going to directly correlate to having healthier, happier relationships and collaboration. So we actually attract the blessings of life to us when we are operating in a sense of gratitude. Gratitude, again, I said, is transformative. As we can see, seven scientific benefits of gratitude on our mental, physical, psychological well being. We are holistic beings. So we can't just over index in one area of our life. Just like maybe we're really focused on getting fit, maybe we're really focused on our workouts, but at the same time, we're seeing atrophy in some of our most meaningful personal relationships. I think everybody feels more appreciated, more valued, and really desires to be more present when they feel acknowledged. And so when we look at how this plays out in the workplace, in order to be, as I shared this before, a healthy, impactful, influential leader, we have to recognize the contributions of our team. And so a Gallup poll study just showed that people will work harder for recognition than they will even for money. And so being able to demonstrate to your colleagues, your team members, what value they're adding. And a way to do that is not to just say, oh, thanks for all you do. but being specific in our gratitude and saying, thank you so much for sacrificing and making time this morning to hop on a last minute prep call, or staying late, or making sure that we reached our deadline and our goals by sacrificing maybe some time in the evening with your families. And the result of that was we now are ahead of schedule, and now we are going to actually meet our bonus goals, our sales quota. So really giving people a sense of not just you're thankful, but why you're thankful and the impact that it's making. People are going to go a lot harder and put forth a lot more effort when we're doing that. So would love to invite you to share in the chat, not only where you work, what you do, but how gratitude is showing up in your life, on your teams, how it's really impacting you at home and at work, or the lack thereof. Sometimes we get a little unmotivated. We're not as encouraged to lean in and to show up as our best selves when we don't feel that sense of value and appreciation. We also know that grateful people sleep better because you have less worry and angst and heaviness on your mind. You're able to really lean into the beauty and the abundance of life, and life more abundantly. And so it's really a perspective shift. We can't control the stimulus, but we can control the response. And so the response is, you know what, maybe I didn't get everything I wanted to get done this week or this month, but I'm going to focus on what I did get done. And so this is a practice that I've been practicing for years now. Just created our new journal, 30 Days to Utopia Living the Journal. And this journal is what we've been doing lives on IG. But it's amazing because it has prompts. It has prompts such as, what am I grateful for? What intention am I setting? How will I pour into myself today? What am I releasing? And what was an aha or something that took my breath away? So really being able to ground yourself in meaningful practices will be a gift that you keep giving, not only to yourself, but also to others. So I'm going to go ahead and move us to the next page. So ways that we can unleash the power of gratitude at work. So we know that our lives are busier than ever. We know that we're stretched thin even more than ever. These are a lot of the reasons that I really wanted to create a platform where people could access wellness at their fingertips, no matter where they are, whether they're working from home, whether we're working remote. And so we really pivoted around COVID to make wellness more accessible, because we live in a space of time poverty. And so with that, we want to really think about how we can slow down and pause just enough to let the people in our lives, our teams, our colleagues know how much we really appreciate them. So we just talked about really acknowledging our team's efforts, our colleagues' efforts, but a simple thank you note. In addition to telling them, is really amazing when you can call out your team like in the presence of their peers. It's very inflating in a positive way. It's boosting in a positive way. It boosts morale, and it is kind of contagious. So one of the ways that we incorporate this at Utopia Global Wellness is we start our meetings off with a moment of mindfulness meets gratitude. We do some mindful breath work that we'll do at the end. We'll think about what we're grateful for, and we follow that up with sharing and then team shout outs. So a team member that we want to shout out that's operating in what we call values in motion. We read through our values every week, and we do that to really promote an environment of recognition. So team shout outs are a wonderful way. Sending an email is a wonderful way. Acknowledging the person one-on-one is a wonderful way. And then maybe even doing a monthly, team member acknowledgement, team member of the month. These are things that cost nothing, and you can attach something nice like a gift card or a gift. But people really appreciate the call out. So if you have an experience that has really resonated with you, share it with us in the chat. All right. And then journaling. Encourage your employees, your associates to maintain gratitude journals, whether it's 30 Days to Utopia, or their own, where they can just jot down things that they're grateful for each day, reflecting on these entries and focusing on the positive aspects of work and home. And one of the things I also encourage is when you're starting off your meetings with your manager, start with your wins. Start with your wins. And I think even as a founder, when I'm doing founder wellness sessions, I love to get us anchored in really a moment of reflection on of our wins and our whys, because we know that life has challenges. We know that work can be difficult, life can be difficult. But when we remember the wins and the highlights of each and every day, it becomes our fuel to continue to move forward and to push forward. So that's one way that you can really encourage your associates to continue the practice of gratitude and taking time to share that with others. Celebrating achievements, creating a culture of celebration, acknowledging milestones and accomplishments. Even if everything does not get checked, there's always something that's being accomplished. The needle is always being moved forward a little bit, a little bit. You finally meet those goals. So celebrate the progress that has happened without focusing on only what has not. I promise research will show and indicates that when you acknowledge the what is, when you acknowledge, the report that was completed, when you acknowledge that we're at 70% of the goal, when you acknowledge that we just brought on a new client, when you acknowledge that maybe we just got a request for a new RFP, it's all a part of the process and the journey of the big wins. Even when we don't get exactly the desired outcome, that's a learning opportunity, that's a learning experience. And so we can all grow from that. We can grow from getting feedback. Feedback is a gift if we know how to apply it, and as long as I say it's balanced. So these are all of the things that we want to be thinking about when we think about the power of gratitude. Even a colleague, a person, a direct report, even them being able to accept feedback graciously. I recognize that because I know that's not easy for everyone to do. So looking at all of these different things. So whether it's a success of the team or individual achievement, celebrating collectively reinforces a sense of gratitude and camaraderie. Also, I was sharing on another podcast this morning that when we look at leaders and a lot of the executive coaching work that I've done in the past, doing assessments and the 360 assessment where your peers and your direct reports are also evaluating you and your leadership, optimism is a huge component of that. And we know that gratitude and optimism are sisters and brothers. They are very closely linked. And so effective leaders are also optimistic leaders. People want to follow someone that is visionary and also has a great spirit and attitude, and it is contagious. And then also, if one does not, that is contagious. So you want to be thinking about how to inject more of these highlights of gratitude into your work. If you have ways that you practice gratitude at work right now, go ahead and let us know. But it motivates us all to show up with our best selves in that spirit of excellence. And then, Catherine, you can let me know if we have any comments in the chat. So the power of gratitude at home. So the impact of gratitude extends beyond the workplace. I would say it starts at home. I would say it starts at home first, and it should start at home first, right? With those that are closest to us and that we spend the most time with. But it enriches our life. It makes us feel better about each waking day, and it enriches the lives of those that we're doing life with. So ways to actually employ gratitude activities that can be promoting gratitude as a family, like, even if it's volunteering for a charitable cause, just simply breaking bread around the dinner table. What are you grateful for today? That shouldn't just be something that we're doing at Thanksgiving. That should be something that we're doing as often as we can. That should be something that we're doing if we are having meals together nightly or once a week or on the weekends. I know that our life is such that we don't have as many meals together, but I did grow up in a household where we did have dinner together. We set the table. That's probably less the norm now, right? But whenever those times do, or it could just be even in the car when you're picking up the kids from school, from sports, asking them what the peak of their day was, or maybe the pit of their day, right? What was a highlight, and then from there, what are they grateful for? But also asking like, what maybe didn't go so well. So you're really connecting with your family and your loved ones. And then, a gratitude jar. A gratitude jar is powerful because then you can have your loved ones, family members put what they're grateful for in that jar. And then, maybe around the holidays is a wonderful time to pull out of that jar. Or you could even make it weekly, monthly, quarterly, whatever that looks like for you. So you maintain that sense of gratitude. And we also can move so fast throughout the day that we literally forget some of the ahas that happened just yesterday. So, a practice that I encourage is even looking at your calendar. I did that this morning. I had a very full day yesterday. I looked at my calendar yesterday when I was doing my gratitude journaling. And then I realized, well, wow, like it was great to be invited to Grown Women Wednesdays podcast yesterday by Rocky Howard, which is phenomenal. Check it out. It was great to have such an amazing conversation around what does swag mean and being able to talk about authenticity and kindness. It's wonderful to just catch up with a founder friend that I hadn't seen since New York Tech Week, and just kind of catch up and hear how her life is going and share some updates as well as the work, as well as being requested to present to draft a proposal for an amazing retreat. So there's always these things going on, and sometimes we can lose sight of those things when we're just in the fast-paced hurriedness of the day. We can lose sight of how abundantly rich life is, right? Another way is that we can practice acts of kindness, encouraging, modeling random acts of kindness for one another. And, I've had this happen to me a couple times where I was in the Starbucks line and someone paid it forward. They paid for my coffee, my latte, didn't know me. And this has been going on all day long. And then I just paid for the person behind me. And so just setting the tone and the momentum for acts of kindness is a great way to even model that. But thinking about leaving thoughtful notes for your loved ones, simple gestures, doing a task that you didn't have to be asked to do, but it would take some burden off of your loved one, whether it's, going and washing the dishes or cooking a meal or straightening up or whatever, getting the car washed, whatever that looks like, or maybe just flowers just because, all of those things, or dinner just because, so these are ways that we can model the power of gratitude at home. Gratitude communication is another area. So fostering and opening up a space, a brave space is what I like to call it, for communication within your family, encouraging members to express themselves, and also showing appreciation for one another regarding their contributions, support, sense of validation. It also offers emotional well-being. So many of us know what it's like to be balancing work and home and to feel underappreciated. And so the more we show appreciation, the more we're fueling our loved ones, our friends, our colleagues to keep on pushing forward and doing good work Any thoughts or comments there? Any thoughts or comments there? All right. So we will keep moving forward. I also, before we get into our chair yoga exercise, I'll share 4 stress management strategies. And then at the end, we're going to do a demo of the platform, so you'll see exactly how the Utopia Global Wellness Platform works. So 4 simple stress management strategies that you can employ in your life daily, weekly, is exercise and movements. So working out regularly, we know, has tremendous benefits on the body. It also releases endorphins in the body. It releases that oxytocin, those happy hormones, and it also creates flexibility and agility in the body. The more, what we don't understand sometimes is the more that we sit still, the more atrophy that sets into the body, the more tight we become, the more in pain we become, because we're not, letting the body move and lubricating the muscles and the joints and all of those things. Getting outside, you see the smiley face, but sunshine is beaming in. Getting outside, 15 minutes outside, the sun, the vitamin D, all of that is a mood booster. All of that is actually increases, those healthy hormones and can be as beneficial as taking antidepressants. So I would say give it a try. I know that I always feel much more energized, upbeat, joy filled when I've had a chance to take in fresh air, sunshine, and move my body. And so that could look different for everyone. For some, it's yoga. For some, it's on the mat. For some, it's in the chair. For some, it's going for a walk. For some, it's Tai Chi or dancing. But find and tap into what that looks like for you. Try to get in 20 minutes 3 times a week for your heart, your health, your mood, and relationships. Relaxing your muscles is essential. So when you're stressed, what happens when we're stressed, we naturally get tight. We naturally tend to hold our breath. We hold a lot of our stress in our neck and back. So you'll see whenever I do gratitude and mindfulness that I incorporate some neck rotation, some shoulder shrugs, and you can almost feel like all of the little crunchies releasing. So these are things you can do right from your desk. And Priya's going to show you more seated yoga in a minute. But just stretching, getting a massage, soaking in the tub, that is my favorite thing to do every day, and getting a good night's sleep. Also, life is in the breath. So deep breathing is essential. It's super important that we're taking deep cleansing breaths throughout our day and also eating well. So we're in holiday season. One of our offerings on the platform is nutritional coaching by Tiffany. She does a wonderful weekly session on Tuesdays, and she is literally offering coaching on eating well through the holidays. And so it doesn't mean we don't indulge at all, but most of us don't feel good after we have overindulged, right? So it is maybe selecting a few of the days that you're going to allow yourself to indulge, but making sure that you maintain healthy habits, because this holiday season is a long one. It can be a couple of months. And then we're going into the new year trying to get back to where we were. We can find balance in that, right? So these are a few of the tips that I have. So I'm going to go ahead and press pause there. I'm going to stop screen sharing, and then we will go ahead and have Priya take us through a short seated yoga and breath work. So why don't we do about 10 minutes, Priya, if that works for you? Okay.
Sounds great. Sometimes we have to go within. So when we close our eyes, it eliminates one of those sense organs that distracts us. So go ahead and close your eyes for a moment and take this time to just acknowledge how your body feels at this time. A little wiggle in the toes, a little wiggle in the fingers, and then shift the body side to side, lifting your hips off the chair, just rock the body. And then come back to center, maybe a little wiggle in the shoulders, circle them back, circle them forward, and just shrug them around, feel the movement in the shoulders. Like Naya was saying, stiffness we get in the neck, we get in the shoulders, we get in the hips. So moving those areas. They say you don't use it, you lose it. So keep those areas moving along. And when your eyes are closed, you get a little bit more sensation. You get a little bit more awareness of how those parts of the body are feeling. Let your feet relax now, and let your hands relax. Rest them on your knees, and bring awareness to your spine, keeping the spine upright. The spine is the body's center, the center of the body's universe. Keeping a strong, healthy spine allows for you to maintain energy flow through the body. Seated on your chair, just observe if your feet are flat on the ground. And bring yourself forward if your feet are off the ground. And if you need, you can always put a block under your feet to keep the knees a little lifted, your feet a little lifted. So there's alignment between your knees and your hips. Otherwise, we're a little forward, everything tilts forward, a little more pressure on the upper body. So keeping alignment, your head, your neck, and your spine upright. And just observe natural curves in the lumbar area, at the neck, keeping the body upright. Engage your core muscle. A strong core muscle helps to strengthen the lower back. Once the body feels comfortable, bring awareness to your breath. Take a few deep breaths in through the nose and breath out from the nose. Breathe in deeply, feeling the energy fill up the body. And breathe out slowly, pushing the air from the back of your throat, releasing. And just notice how the body begins to relax on the exhale. Your inhale activates your sympathetic nerves, the ready to go fight flight mode. And the exhale activates your parasympathetic nerves, allowing the body to heal, to rest and digest and to restore. A couple more times. Inhale, fresh oxygen. Fill your lungs to capacity. Expansion in your chest. Exhale slowly. Feel the chest cave relaxing, the lungs releasing downward, the diaphragm muscle relaxing, and slowly pull the abdominal muscles back. Again, inhale. Fill the belly. Fill the chest. Feel your collarbones lift. Exhale. Shoulders relax. The chest relax. The abdominal muscles relax. Now come to a natural breath. Taking a few deep breaths in throughout the day to help you get centered, to bring your focus within. Breath is relaxed. And maybe now open the eyes now. Blink them a few times. Adjust to the light in your room. The eyes are the center or the window to our world, you can say. We often take for granted the sensation and the function of our eyes. So a little attention to the eyes. Quick eye exercises. Lift your gaze up and circle your eyes 3 times in one direction. Smooth, steady circle. And then counterclockwise, circle the eyes. Feel the stretch of the eye muscle. And then bring your gaze to the center of your eyebrows so you're looking up. Hold here for a moment. When we're looking up, a gesture we consider an understanding of being one with our highest consciousness. Look down towards the earth now. A sense of ground. Bring your hands together, rub your hands, feel some heat between your palms as you rub. Cover your eyes, absorb the warmth, and observe the darkness. Allow your eyes to relax and gently massage over your eyelids, massage around your face, behind your ears. Press your fingertips into the upper back muscles, the shoulders. Maybe cross the arms, squeeze the arms, forearms, and your wrists. Interlace between the fingers and feel the spaces between your fingers. Press your palms together and then shake it out. Wrists, elbows, upper arms, and shoulders. And let your arms just relax. Gratitude for all these parts of the body that we often take for granted. Bring awareness to your neck now. Tilt the head back. Exhale as you bring your chin to your chest. We synchronize the breath with the movement. Your inhale, tilt the head back. Your exhale, bring your chin to your chest. Feel the stretch at the back of your neck. 2 more times. Breathe in and breathe out. Any tension in the neck, let it go. Feel the weight of your head supported by the strong neck. Look back to center. Turn your head side to side. Look over your shoulders. And you can do this anytime during the day. Whenever you feel a little stiff, just move the body. Move parts that feel tight. Circle the head a couple of times in one direction and a couple of times in the other direction. You'll notice there's a lot of things we can do on our chair. We don't have to be on a mat. We can be on the chair to do a lot of movement, especially upper body movement. If you feel comfortable, hold on to the sides of your chair and just observe how your feet feel. You can stretch your feet out in front of you, just awareness to how your knees are feeling. Sometimes the knees get stiff, a lot of seated positions we have when we're sitting at our desks or wherever we are at work. It might be often we're seated. Now relax your knees, relax your feet. And you can open up your feet a little wider, going forward to allow any compression in the spine to release. Slide your hands towards your ankle. Bring your chin to your chest. Inhale as you come up. Try that a couple times. Just notice how it feels when you let go. Exhale, come forward. You're breathing in and out of your nose. A nice way to release any tightness in. Breathe in as you're seated up. Breathe out as you go down. And then come back to neutral. Open your arms wide, bring your knees together, and just take a gentle back bend. Just like you do in the morning, a nice stretch to elongate the spine. Exhale, bring your hands down. Do that a couple of times. Inhale, bring your arms up alongside your ears. Tilt the head back and look up and behind you. This is a great way that when I wake up in the morning, just to get myself out of bed, a nice stretch, a standing stretch, lifting the arms up above the head and then bringing the hands down to the feet. Finally, bring your hands back to center. Ways to strengthen the spine. Those back bends, those forward bends, and twisting. See if you can bring your one hand to the back of your chair, the opposite hand onto the opposite knee, and look over your shoulder. Twist. Turn your head back towards the center and bring your chin to the other shoulder. Twist. Twisting to help activate the nervous system. Now switch. Hold on to the opposite knee. One hand to the back of your chair. Try to keep your shoulders level. Look over the shoulder on one side, and then slowly bring your head back to center and bring your chin to the other shoulder. Twist. And back to center. Relax. So a couple ways of just bringing energy into the body, especially noticing how your back feels. If you can ever get up off the chair and do those stretches, back bend and forward fold standing, it's a great way to feel a little bit more energy in the body. Deep breaths. Whenever you feel a sense of fatigue and lethargic, inhale deeply and exhale slowly. You inhale energy and you let go of anything that doesn't serve you and just release that tension until you feel a sense of calm. It's there. It's just taking the time to bring yourself into the present moment, acknowledge your breath, and those things that we find overwhelming, stressful, will slowly fade away. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Priya. That was lovely. I already feel a sense of calm. So while we are in a mode of wellness, calm, and tranquility, I want to go ahead and transition into a brief mindful moment of gratitude and abundance. So I'm going to invite you to place one hand on your heart One hand on your abdomen, your core, so you can be in tune with the breath that is a gift, the breath of life that fills our body. So taking in a nice cleansing breath through the nose, breathing in tranquility, calm, and harmony. Exhaling and releasing any tension, if we still have any, from the body. Breathing in the beauty and abundance of this day, our life, this moment. Exhaling and releasing any feelings of worry, of lack, of fear. Breathing in flow and ease. Exhaling out any anxiety. And with your next inhalation, I invite you to breathe in thoughts of gratitude and abundance. Exhaling, releasing anything that does not serve us well. Take a few more moments to breathe on your own, at your own pace. Thoughts of gratitude, thanksgiving, the fullness of your life, those simple abundances that bring you joy. Maybe the people, maybe your pets, maybe just some still quiet moments of reflection, or your strength and resilience that has brought you through this year. Maybe it's your colleagues, maybe it's that you have a job, that you have a company, or that you're working strategically for leveling up, whatever that looks like, that leveling up for promotion that you're working towards. Gratitude for the dreams that you have, the vision, the goals that you have, and those that you have achieved. Gratitude for your colleagues, gratitude for the work that we get to do that sharpens our, saw every single day, that elevates our areas of expertise, that challenge us. Taking another moment to just reflect on thoughts of gratitude and abundance. Continuing to breathe deeply. And on your last exhalation, I invite you to breathe out that gratitude, that thanksgiving, and that sense of abundance into your environment, your home, your office, your community, your family, your colleagues, the world. Think about a few people that you will express your gratitude to today. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes, and I encourage you to write down names of at least 3 people in your life that you're grateful for, including professional relationships and personal. Write down their names. Take a moment to write down their names and at least one thing that you're grateful for specifically about the people in our lives at work and home. And I want to encourage you to share your feelings of gratitude and appreciation with them. And that's how we experience abundance and transformation in our lives. So now what I'd like to do is now show you how the Utopia Global Wellness Platform works. Also walk through a little bit about our partnership with United Healthcare and how you can be a part of that too. So I'm going to go back to screen sharing, and Catherine will give me a thumbs up. All righty. All right. Let me know if you can see that. If you can see the screen, hopefully you can see the screen. So this is our platform, our Utopia Global Wellness platform. Our platform does again offer live and on-demand, globally relevant wellness solutions. So Catherine, if you can give me a thumbs up in the chat, if you can see that, okay. All right, perfect. And so again, we decided to pivot our wellness offerings when COVID happened. I myself was at home recently, had gone through a car accident, ankle surgery, had to actually relearn how to walk. So I couldn't get out on my normal walks as usual. This platform is really a result of understanding the excuse me, mental challenges that the world was going through, and still going through. Actually, 1 in 5 adults in the United States is dealing with a mental health issue, and 72% of entrepreneurs are as well. So here you can see our platform. We have highlighted our partnership with United Healthcare, so I'll get to what that entails. But first, I'll just show you how user-friendly it is. This is our homepage. So we can see that not only do we have our website, but we also have our platform on the Apple Store and on the Google Play Store, so you can take your wellness on the go wherever you are. We've had the privilege of partnering with numerous global leading companies, Google, Red Hat, IBM, NFL, Duke. We're working with Merck right now, and many others. Our classes span from yoga, meditation, and mindfulness to even HIIT classes, Zumba, Bollywood Zumba, Tai Chi, and more. So you're able to not only take classes with us, but also engage in our wellness workshops. We really are partnering with corporations, also educational institutions, and health institutions, really around talent attraction, retention, recruitment, productivity, and we focus on not only workplace well-being, but belonging. I think that's really important. So we do have a staff that brings global backgrounds and practices from across 4 different continents. So really we want to make sure that we have some wellness that is a little bit of something for everybody, and that everyone can kind of see themselves in the offerings that we provide. So how do we get into it? To see what our classes are for the week, you can go to join a class. And if you are a member, you simply can go to any of the classes that are listed by the day of the week, and then easily click on that class and book that class. I'll show you what that looks like. We typically have a theme, a wellness theme for the month. And we also celebrate various holidays throughout the month. For every class that you take, you're earning rewards. And for every 10 classes, you earn a badge. And these can be used towards gift memberships or in our Utopia store. So let's start with mental health coaching with Leslie. I love to start my days this way. And so my weeks this way with a Mindful Monday. So we just simply click book. We can see her next session, and Leslie is a licensed mental health therapist, is on Monday. So I pick the time, the date, and then I just simply go to book now. And so then I'm going to select my membership. If I'm a United Healthcare plan holder, I would select either One Pass or Renew Active, but I have an annual membership. We can also do drop-in classes. You can try before you buy. This is a wonderful gift, not only for yourself and loved ones, but also for your associates in your organization. Again, being able to tune into their wellness wherever they go, and then they would just add it to their calendar. If you are a member of United Healthcare, you can engage in our platform at no out-of-pocket cost. You can just go to the United Healthcare website. You can look for Renew Active or One Pass, and look at the digital wellness providers. And then from there, you'll be able to find the Utopia Global Wellness logo. Click the logo, and it's a very simple process of adding your name and email address sign up for membership. Okay, so here are other classes throughout the week. We have our mindfulness, we have our meditation, we have our Hatha yoga with Priya, nutritional coaching, Tai Chi, HIIT classes, and so much more. So that's how you take a live class. If you're interested in exploring memberships, please do send us an email at support. You can go to support@utopiasgw.com. You can also come here and you can book a demo, and then we'll walk you through, you and your team, your HR team, or people leaders. Okay, you can just book a demo. You can learn more about why corporate wellness matters. You can also go here to our wellness coaching and workshops. Here you can also book a demo with us. Go back to that page, but you can also see the various wellness workshops that we offer your organization, from elevating mental health in the workplace to boundaries to prevent burnout, strategies to reduce stress and anxiety. And we also have a DEI series. We are currently offering holiday specials, 20% off memberships. This applies to corporate plans, and also off our workshops. Catherine, if you don't mind, go ahead and drop the survey link in the chat. If you're interested in a free trial and or a demo, you can also complete our survey. We'll make sure that we add you to a free trial. You can also find out more about our memberships here. In addition to that, we're very focused on inclusion. So we have our corporate membership packages, what that includes, individual packages as well. Our site is translated to 6 different languages. So we're really thinking about global teams. And then if you become a member, you have your whole profile. In your profile, you can easily go to your bookings, so you can schedule your wellness for the week. From here, you can easily see all the classes that you have coming up. You can even see a history of your old classes for upcoming classes. I'm ready to do my yoga with Priya. I can just click on the name of the class. My Zoom link is conveniently listed right here. So very convenient. Upcoming events are here. Other offerings are here. And then our on-demand library, we have over 600 classes in our on-demand library. So here you can go ahead and click on any category of classes. You can always get feedback on that class right here. So these classes are available 24/7, anytime, anywhere. So we can see we have our nutritional classes, our mental health coaching, our yoga classes, and classes are themed by the specific class: balancing energy, thankfulness, and gratitude. So we have a number of classes, very simple and easy to use. So I know we are right about at time. Please do let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing for the moment, but please let us know if you have any questions on how the platform works. Catherine, if you can also share with us in the chat how people can follow all things Utopia Living with me. I'll add here on the StreamYard as well. And we hope that this session was restorative, relaxing, gave you some wonderful tips and strategies for how you can elevate your gratitude at home and at work. Also, if you don't have a gratitude journal, I invite you to go to Amazon.com. You'll find all the links in the bio added to the chat, and you can actually purchase your own gratitude journal. And we're also offering some holiday wellness workshops as we're going into this holiday season. We know that a lot of people do suffer from seasonal stress and depression, unfortunately, during the holidays. While it's a festive time, it can also be a time where people are going through grief due to just times of loss, transitions in their family, maybe feeling isolated and alone. So I want us to make sure that we are reaching out to our loved ones. Let's make sure that we are making sure that people feel loved and cared for in our circle, in our village, in our workplace, and in our community. And if you have not had a chance, we'd love to invite you for your feedback, or if you just have any takeaways you want to share with us, you can throw those in the chat as well. All right, so I'll just take a moment to see if any feedback in the chat. Thank you for a wonderful session today. Ex- was able to gain some great tips and strategies. Wonderful. So thank you all for joining. Make it a Utopia Living Day, and we hope to be in wellness community with you. Again, if you're interested in a workplace wellness demo for you and your team, just go to our page, our wellness workshops page, and you can schedule a demo right from there. And we're happy to follow up with you and get that scheduled. Thank you all, and make it a Utopia Living Day. Thank you so much, Priya. Session was wonderful. Thank you, Catherine. Take care.
Thank you.